small bag, folding a few favorite clothes and stepping onto a train, a bus or a plane with the promise of adventure. For many of us over 65, travel isn't just about sightseeing. It's about reconnecting with the joy of discovery. It's about finally taking that trip we postponed for years while raising children, working hard, or caring for others. Take Irene, for example. She turned 70 last year and treated herself to a long-awaited trip to Italy. She'd always dreamed of standing in front of the Colosseum, tossing a coin into the Trevi fountain, and sipping coffee in a quiet Roman piazza. It was beautiful, she told me, but there were moments I didn't expect, moments I wish I had prepared for. That's the side of travel we don't always talk about, the small challenges that aren't in the brochures, the unspoken hurdles that catch us off guard. And while they don't always ruin a trip, they can leave us feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or even unsafe. You see, travel in our 60s, 70s and beyond is different. Our bodies change, our energy shifts, and the world around us isn't always designed with elders in mind. But here's the good news. With the right awareness and preparation, we can still explore the world with confidence and grace. In today's video, we're going to gently uncover 3 overlooked risks that many older adults face while traveling. Not to scare you, but to empower you. These are not dramatic, headline-grabbing dangers. They're subtle, quiet things that can slowly wear down your experience if you don't know to look out for them. Think of this as a friendly conversation over tea, where I share what others have learned the hard way so you don't have to. You've earned the right to enjoy this chapter of life, so let's make sure you do it wisely, joyfully, and hidden risk. 1. The fatigue that sneaks up on you. When we picture ourselves traveling, we often imagine the highlights, the golden sunsets, the cheerful local markets, the guided tours filled with laughter. But what we don't always picture is how our body feels between those moments. The airport walks, the standing in lines, the unfamiliar hotel beds, the long hours in transit. And for many seniors, it's not the destination that tires us, it's getting there. Paul, a retired teacher from Oregon, shared something important. He's always been healthy, walks every morning and rarely complains, but after taking a week-long cruise, he came back home feeling like he needed another vacation, just to rest. I didn't realize how much physical energy everything would take, he said. The ship was massive. Just walking from my cabin to the dining area felt like a small hike, and the shore excursions, lovely, but they left me sore and drained. This kind of fatigue isn't always dramatic. It builds slowly, a few minutes longer on your feet than usual, one too many steps on uneven ground, a night of light sleep in an unfamiliar bed. Suddenly, you're skipping meals or tours, not because you want to, but because your body is asking for a break. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention notes that older adults are more likely to experience travel exhaustion, especially when crossing time zones or navigating unfamiliar environments. Our muscles recover more slowly, our joints feel strain more easily, and rest becomes not just helpful, but essential. So what can you do? Start by pacing yourself. When planning your trip, don't fill every hour with activities. Build in buffer time, gentle hours to rest, read, or simply sit and enjoy your surroundings. If you're booking a tour or cruise, look at the mobility level required. Many companies now offer leisure or relaxed pace versions of popular packages designed for older adults. Choose accommodations that reduce physical strain. That might mean a hotel with an elevator, a room on the ground floor, or a place close to key attractions, so you're not spending energy just getting around. And during your trip, listen to your body. Fatigue is not failure. Taking a break doesn't mean missing out. It means extending your enjoyment. You don't have to see everything to have a fulfilling trip. Paul told me that on his second cruise he did things differently. Fewer excursions, longer lunches, and an afternoon nap every day. I saw less, he smiled, but I enjoyed it twice as much. That's the quiet secret of travel after 65. Sometimes slowing down is what helps you soak it all in. Hidden risk. 2. The medical gap you don't see coming. For many older travelers, the joy of a new experience can sometimes overshadow a quiet reality. The health safety net we rely on at home doesn't always travel with us. And while no one likes to think about getting sick on vacation, ignoring this risk can turn a small health hiccup into a big ordeal. Alice, a vibrant 76-year-old with a love for new places, learnt this the hard way during a visit to Spain. A mild stomach bug turned serious overnight. I assumed I could just pop into a clinic like I do back home, she said, but everything was in Spanish. The insurance hotline kept transferring me. It was confusing and honestly a little scary. What Alice encountered is something many seniors face: the medical gap, that invisible space between our health needs and the systems we're used to. Here's what that gap can include: medications that are unavailable or known by a different name in another country, doctors who may not speak your language or understand your full health history, travel insurance that sounds helpful but hides limitations in the fine print, local hospitals that aren't equipped for age conditions like heart arrhythmias, arthritis flares, or medication sensitivities. And here's a surprising fact. According to a 2023 AARP travel survey, over 40% of seniors travel without reviewing their insurance coverage or checking for nearby medical facilities. It's not because they don't care, it's because they don't realize how quickly a minor issue can spiral without preparation. So how do you close that gap? Start before you go. If you're on any regular medication, bring enough for at least a week, extra just in case of delays. Carry a printed list of your prescriptions, doses, and generic drug names. Also note any allergies or chronic conditions. Talk to your doctor about your destination. They may suggest vaccines, health precautions, or travel-safe medications for common issues like food sensitivity, sleep trouble, or minor infections. And most importantly, research your travel insurance thoroughly. Look for policies that include coverage for pre-existing conditions. Provide 24/7 English-speaking medical assistance. Cover emergency evacuations and hospital stays. Don't assume your regular health insurance will cover international care. It often does. Lastly, identify a local hospital or urgent care clinic near your accommodation before you arrive. It might seem excessive, but in an emergency, knowing where to go saves precious time and gives enormous peace of mind. Alice told me she's planning her next trip, this time to Portugal, but now she travels with a full peace of mind folder: insurance papers, doctor's letters, local medical contacts, and a clear list of her medication. Because, as she says, I want to enjoy the adventure, not worry about what I should have done differently. And really, isn't that the whole point? Risk 3. The emotional letdown that no one talks about. Travel is supposed to uplift us. It fills our photo albums, our memories, and sometimes even our hearts. But what happens when a trip doesn't feel the way we hoped? When the hotel is too noisy, the tour group too fast-paced, or the sense of being far from home starts to settle in too deeply. For many seniors, the emotional side of travel is a hidden struggle. It's not just about homesickness or tiredness. It's something quieter, a kind of emotional letdown that sneaks in after the excitement wears off. Janet, 68, shared her story with gentle honesty. She went on a 2-week trip to Thailand with her sister, something they had dreamed about for years, but midway through she began to feel disconnected. Everything was beautiful, she told me, but I felt invisible. The group was younger, the guides were rushed. I missed home, and I missed being understood. This kind of emotional fatigue isn't rare. Studies in geriatric psychology show that older adults, particularly those who travel alone or without familiar support systems, can experience moments of isolation, even in the midst of a crowd. When you're not moving at the same pace as others, or you can't find the right words in a new language, it's easy to feel like you don't belong. That feeling can grow, especially in unfamiliar places where routines like your morning tea, your walk, your quiet hour are disrupted. So how do you protect your emotional well-being while traveling? First, set realistic expectations. Not every trip will feel magical every moment, and that's okay. Prepare your heart as much as your suitcase. Second, try to build in moments that feel like you. Janet told me she started waking early and finding a quiet spot in the hotel lobby to read and write postcards. It gave me peace, she said. It reminded me who I was. If you're traveling with others, speak openly about what you need. Whether that's a break from the itinerary, a slower pace, or even just a check-in chat at the end of the day. And if you're traveling solo, consider booking with groups that cater to seniors. There are travel companies now that specialize in creating slower, more connected experiences with peer travelers. Also, stay in touch with home. A simple call to a familiar voice can recenter you when you're feeling adrift. Technology makes it easier than ever to check in without racking up international fees. Janet now plans trips with balance in mind. I learned that I need a little more comfort than I thought, she smiled. And that doesn't make me weak. It just means I know what fills me and what drains me. Travel after 65 is as much about the inner journey as it is about where you go. Listening to your emotional needs isn't selfish, it's smart, because your peace matters. Beyond risks, the power of personal travel wisdom. Now that we've explored the 3 hidden risks, fatigue, medical gaps, and emotional letdowns, it's time to talk about something just as important, your personal wisdom. Because while these risks are real, so is the experience, knowledge, and inner compass you've built over a lifetime. One of the great advantages of traveling after 65 is that you already know yourself in a way younger travelers don't. You know what comforts you, what throws off your rhythm, what's worth seeing and what's okay to skip. That kind of self-awareness is your greatest travel tool. Take Howard and Lena, both in their early 70, who now plan one big trip each year. In their younger days, they rushed through multiple cities in a week, sleeping in different hotels and living out of a suitcase. But now, they do things differently. We stay in one place for at least a week, Lena said. We unpack, we find a local cafe, we meet neighbors. It's not fast, but it's deep. That's what wise travel looks like. It's not about how far you go, it's about how fully you experience each moment. Howard added something beautiful. At this age, we're not collecting souvenirs, we're collecting peace. So how can you lean into that kind of wisdom when planning your next journey? Here are a few gentle reminders. Choose quality over quantity. You don't have to see 5 cities in 5 days. Seeing one well can be far more rewarding. Ask for what you need, whether it's a room closer to the elevator, a seat with more legroom, or a slower-paced walking tour. Your comfort is valid. And often, just asking makes a big difference. Trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, whether it's a late-night outing or a rushed schedule, honor that feeling. Your intuition is one of your most seasoned guides. Celebrate your rhythm. Maybe you like early mornings or slow breakfasts. Maybe you need an afternoon nap. Build your days around what energizes you. Be present. Soak in the small moments. A kind stranger, a sunrise, a quiet museum. These often leave a deeper imprint than the most famous tourist sites. The older we get, the more we realize that meaningful travel isn't about proving anything. It's about connecting with new places, new people, and most of all, with ourselves. Howard told me that after their last trip, he didn't bring back many pictures, but he did bring back something better. I brought back stillness. I remembered how to just be. That's a lesson worth carrying wherever you go. Reflection and gentle encouragement for the road ahead. So, dear traveler, what does all of this mean for you? It means your desire to see the world, to feel the wind of a new place on your face, or to simply sit quietly in a town square you've never known before. That desire is still valid, still beautiful, still possible. But it also means that how you travel matters more now than ever before. It's not about doing it the way you used to. It's about doing it in a way that fits the you of today. Maybe that means building more rest into your days. Maybe it means packing an extra folder of medical notes. Maybe it means giving yourself permission to feel a little homesick, even when the scenery is breathtaking. All of that is okay. At Elder Insight, we believe that aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means growing into your life more thoughtfully, more honestly, and more joyfully. So whether you're dreaming of that first train ride through the Alps, or just a weekend by the sea, let these quiet truths guide you. Take care of your body. It's carried you far. It deserves gentleness now. Prepare for your health, not out of fear, but from a place of wisdom. Tend to your emotions. Travel touches the heart, so let your heart feel fully. Travel with intention, not just to escape, but to enrich your soul. And most of all, know that you're not alone. Every step you take into the unknown, There are others who've walked it, felt the same worries, and come out stronger, softer, wiser. If this video spoke to you, I invite you to share your own travel story in the comments. Have you ever felt tired, uncertain, or quietly overwhelmed while traveling? Or maybe you found a beautiful way to make the journey easier and more joyful. Your insight might just be the guide someone else needs. And if you'd like to hear more warm, thoughtful reflections like this, please subscribe to Elder Insight. We're here to explore the deeper side of aging, not just how to get through it, but how to thrive within it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for still choosing curiosity over comfort, growth over fear, and life, real, vivid life over settling. Wherever your next journey takes you, may it bring you peace, wonder, and a gentle reminder of just how much you still have to give. You're not just older, you're wiser, and that's the most powerful travel companion of all.